Here we go again. Another challenger. The resourceful opossum costs bones. Bones. You can gain a bone when one of your other creatures perishes for any reason. Hey, Stoat's back. Okay. Alright, so let's just take a second. That was a lot. So we made it to the final fight on the introductory run. Pretty good. Pretty good. Twice during boss runs, we beat 8 grizzly bears with the power of items and a poisonous bifurcated strike mantis. So that feels pretty good. But enough hoisting or patting myself on the back here. The final fight is extremely difficult. He was using 3/3 creatures, and he had the bifurcated strike mantises, and he's got the ability of all the bosses up until then. What else did we learn? We learned that we want to build our deck with mechanical themes in mind to try and gain a boon at the end there. So having a lot of creatures of a certain sigil type has the ability to maybe give us a boon. Or if we get the rare one again, having a small deck would be advantageous, although that's a little harder to pull, it seems like. We learned what the angler does because we sort of beat him in like 2 turns last time, so we have more information about the angler ability now. And apparently, maybe our card brick is in the game. I wonder if we can see our deck. We cannot. Rattler is a 3/1. Oh yeah, good point, Vogely. Where is the ring? What does the ring have to do with any of this? We got to look at the guy. He was pretty spooky. Building a powerful deck will at least grant probably a strong amalgam card at the end. But it looks like there's plenty more mechanics to learn. We still have no idea what any of the stuff in the cabin is. There's a safe, there's a clock that we can mess around with, there's a painting, a knife stuck in a squirrel carving. You know, they're now just introducing bones to us as a different resource, so there's a lot going on here. Let's not kill Stoat this time. Let's just probably pass here, right? Rattler moves forward, deals us 3. Let's gain info from the deck. Oh, Bullfrog. What a guy. So let's get Stoat out there. Oh, interesting. So we gain bones even for sacrificing. That's good to know. From the death of your creature, you've gained a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent, or the battle ends. Okay, so we get to keep track of those bones as a different method of playing creatures. That's pretty useful. That doubles the effectiveness of these squirrel and black sheep bottles as well. So, compelling reasons. Stoat gets a nice kill. Also, Stoat's eyes are closed now. I wonder if that means something. He hasn't spoken yet, although he is still moving. I guess we just get in... no, you know what, let's just... I'm just going to raise him on damage like this. So we'll put Wolf out. We should be able to play a Possum with 2 bones now to kill Rattler. We still have 2 bones left. Squirrels. I love the animation on these teeth as they like drop down. Very spooky. Golden teeth, bone tokens. Got him. Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. Hey. It's beside the safe. Okay, so we're learning even more as we go on here. We know that we can get our teeth here, so we're ahead in that respect. A different candle is lit here. Doesn't look like much has changed here. Interesting. This is new. I can't interact with these. But this is, the painting now shows a board. Elk, fawn, and squirrel. I have no idea what that means at all. The clock remains the same. Nice, nice good tactile spinners here. Oh, what's this? Mighty Leap. Okay, this is just, this is a book detailing all of the sigils, the effects that cards can have. These are still stuck in place. Do you hear this? The safe is like rattling now, as if there's something inside it. I guess this is my guy. Oh, I can pick him up and put him down. Let us continue. Do you Blue Shift? I also love these card stacking games. They're very compelling. If you're just joining, we're playing a game called Inscryption, which was made by a single guy, an indie developer up in Canada. And it's got this rough, you know, roguelike deck builder, card stacking game, general gameplay, but there's some creepy elements to it. The guy that we're playing against, who's sort of setting up these encounters, is like a strange forest fungus man who doesn't like to show his face, and we're locked in a cabin, we can't get out. So there's sort of like some meta horror elements going on, and all of the cards are sort of forest themed. It's been a lot of fun so far, and in the first run, I think we were supposed to die very early on, but we ended up making it to the final fight, which is ridiculous. I'm not going to get over that. The meager coyote. Okay, so now we're getting cards that we can pay bones for. Rattler. Cockroach. The unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. That's a new sigil. I kind of like the cockroach because we still haven't run into any sort of card draw, and I felt like the biggest issue with the last deck we played is that we run out of gas. So we'll play all our stuff, and then we're sort of at a disadvantage, and we're drawing 1 card a turn and trying to catch up. So the cockroach is sort of like pseudo card draw. Gives us something else to sacrifice. Let's take the cockroach. I don't think these guys are super compelling. I don't have a good feeling for whether 4 or 6 bones is a lot or a little. Let's just take the cockroach. Sort of mechanically, it seems like a smart pick. You know, you're free to get up again, to keep your blood flowing. Okay. I am no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off my possessions. Okay, so now he's saying, like, He's saying you should look around. So this is, yeah, we just sort of did that. This is the same room that we expected. He's a spooky guy. Doesn't look like the globe has changed. Still some strange, otherworldly location. Yeah, let's just keep playing for now. This will give us some items. We know that these scissors are extremely powerful. We only got one item this time. Holy smokes. Okay, so Stoat's talking to us again. He said, a past victim wrote a code in the rulebook 273. Okay, 273. Okay, let's just remember that for now. We've got stump, we've got coyotes coming up, we've got a blocker tree. So we really just want to sit around, I think. I think we end the turn. So let's Stoat get a kill on coyote. And I think because of that, we just take a squirrel with the intent of getting wolf out. So we got squirrel. We sacrifice squirrel, get a bone, play Stoat. Yeah, I'm sure Stoat. Dang Stoat. We're gonna need something to deal with coyote soon. But that's okay, we'll take our time. No big rush in the early game here. Let's take another squirrel and get wolf going. I probably misplayed that. Wolf could have gone here, and then I could have played a possum. I keep seeing this spider. It's freaking me out. Is that supposed to be mechanically relevant? Where should I put a possum anywhere? Let's keep a possum in our hand right now. Yeah, Vogely, I think it's a safe code. You're right. Bullfrog. I think it benefits us now to play a possum. Because it'll grant us more overkill damage on him at the end. Yeah. Cockroach. Here's our cockroach. So we get it for 4 extra gold. Man, I think we've already got the hang of this. This is going well. Beehive. The inviolable beehive. When it is attacked, you will draw a bee. Oh, wait. Okay, I wanted to read its effect. But instead it selected the card, so I didn't even get to flip over the other two. That's just a powerful move. It's just like, don't even show me the other two. I'm taking the beehive. That's what I'm getting. Bees within. Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. The bee is defined as 1 power, 1 health, airborne. Okay. So that would be a good thing to upgrade with health. We probably don't need more items right now, so I wonder if I can make Stoat a beehive. Undying. We could give Undying to something else. I'll go. Would there be an advantage to giving Undying to something else? At the very least, we could give a possum Undying, which is like half a cockroach. Basically turning every 2 bones into a free sacrifice. That's pretty dang strong. Let's sacrifice cockroach. and invest a possum. We're going to build a super opossum. Man, undying is a very powerful effect to put on something. Could you imagine if Mantis had undying? They were looking up the bullfrog's sigil. Mighty Lee. Yeah, 273. Okay, he was saying I should go put that in. I'll do that next time. I forgot before jumping into the next fella. Ooh, Longhorn has... Wow. Pronghorn, rather. Bifurcated Strike and Sprint. Pretty spooky, that one. I don't think there's any advantage to... Oh, I could play Beehive. Is that really worth it? Yeah, let's play Beehive. Sure. We'll put it here. So this will yield us 2 bees, theoretically. And bees are free. I love the art on bee. He's like sort of doing a flying kick. Let's keep. Let's draw from the deck. Wolf. Wolf is very good. We could actually just Wolf right now. I think that's probably stronger. Wolf gets us a kill on Longhorn. We can also play a Possum for a little bit of damage if we wanted to. That feels relevant. So a Possum will start to tick away. Elk Fawn will kill a Possum. Let's just keep drawing from the deck. We're totally good. If I let Elk Fawn kill a Possum, it doesn't really grant me a bonus. So I think I should actually just sacrifice a Possum for Stoat now. Like this. Bad play. What an asshole. So Elk Fawn moves, Stoat gets the kill. We do overkill like this. So we've got plenty of gold. I'll be clear with you. The trapping business been lagging. After being defeated by that challenger, well, I'm thinking of clearing me inventory, trying something else. Pelts are cheaper now. The first one's free. Okay. I'm definitely... Oh my god, Golden Pelts is 3. Can I look at the map? I wish I could look at the map. Should I just get like 2 Golden Pelts? I'm just gonna do this. I'm worried about putting too many pelts in my deck, especially because there's like 5 cards in my deck right now. But this seems relevant. Yep. But let's leave it at that. Much appreciated. Okay, so it sounds like there's a bonus to getting far in the previous run. They have this in Slay the Spire where if you beat a certain number of acts and then die or beat the game in your next run, you'll be offered a wider selection of starting bonuses, that sort of stuff. So it seems like there's maybe a bit more of a win more aspect to some of the game. Let's see. We don't really have much to sacrifice here. I don't think we have much to really buff up either. So maybe we just pick up an item. Actually, we have 3 items, so we would get a pack rat, right? Let's make sure that this is how this works. Your pack was full, but a small critter approached. It's pack rat. The pack rat, always useful. Okay, so we got an early pack rat. Feels good. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to... he's being a real asshole. I keep forgetting to go input the code. That's my bad. I think we just put Stoat out to start working against Sparrow. Ooh, Alpha is pretty rough. Do we want Bullfrog out? No, I think we just keep drawing. Rabbit Pelt. Well, that was bad. Oh. Oh, I lost. Okay. Good to know. I was not paying attention. Oh. Stink bug. Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape that iron crypt. Is the stoat around? The stunted wolf? This madness must end. Put that away. Wait, I have a key. Key goes in here. Alright, we're misted it now. Okay. 0 of 5 scales. What is going on here? It went to 3. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. I forgot that I put that there. Very well, you may add it to your deck. I'll deal you one every so often. Skink. I have no idea how I opened that. I assume something like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is stuck. The others are mobile. Oh, left side attack, right side damage. You're right. So, this is a creature, this is a creature, this is the bullfrog, this is, the coyote. I don't know what that sigil means, but I believe it. 3-2 is coyote. We know that this is 1. We know that's 1. 1-3 is stoat. Okay, never mind. Is this supposed to be attack and defend? I'm starting to get confused. Oh, I'm supposed to be dealing damage to him, perhaps? No. 1 out of 5 scales. It's net damage, right? So this is dealing 3. This is dealing 1. Okay, now I'm dealing 4. This is dealing 3, this is dealing 1. Why does this drop to 1? I don't understand what this sigil means. Tidal lock. Okay, there's more stuff here than I have seen. At the beginning of its owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will pull small creatures like squirrels into its orbit. Amorphous. When a card bearing the sigil is drawn, the sigil is replaced with another sigil at random. Steel trap. Trinket bearer. Frozen away. Trifurcated. Bifurcated. Mighty leap. Worthy sacrifice. Repulsive. Unkillable, airborne, waterborne. Bone King. Bone King. Okay, loose tail. When a card bearing the sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place, and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. And a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. Okay, I now understand. So this would deal 0 damage because this kills this, moves to the right, and blocks that. 0 damage. This deals 4. This flies, but this blocks flying. I can't move these right or left. This is 5. Okay, understood. Worker ant and queen. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well, I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challengers. Holy smokes, okay. Our deck is growing very quickly. While I'm here, what the fuck am I putting in here? I've just like doubled my deck size. Stink bug is, I guess, like the skunk, where this reduces the power of opposing cards by 1. Skink has that loose tail ability. Worker ant. The value represented with this sigil will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their side of the table. Okay, so there's ant synergy going on here. Ant spawner. When a card bearing the sigil is played, an ant is created in your hand. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. I should have taken more golden pelts, now that I've increased my deck size. Oh, I took a rabbit pelt, too. Okay. I guess let's keep going. Okay, now we know about ants. I think these are free to leave in place. So, yeah, as long as this spot isn't empty. This is two, no, rats. All right, give me a sec. What a strange game. Okay, so we've departed entirely from deck building and now we're solving puzzles. I love it. This is quite refreshing for the genre. So this is 4. This attacks with 4. Is it the number of ants you control, or the number of ants total? Ants. The value represented with the sigil will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their side of the table. Okay. Understood. We need to get through with 2, 4, 5, but man, this is tough. This moves here. No, it doesn't. But it still blocks that. Yeah, this should be 4, right? Okay. Got it. Caged wolf. Curious. Caged wolf. Wait, this is a caged wolf. What does this mean, caged wolf? It must create some sort of event. Man, we're getting a lot of shit. We're also completely bogging down our deck. Thorns, bifurcated strike. Okay, it looks like this is locked in place. We want to deal 5. Okay, this is free 1. This is always getting attacked by this bifurcated strike, right? So this is losing its tail and moving to the right. One, 2, attack. 3, hit. Blank. So this should be 3, 2, 1, 2, attack, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Interesting. Why is this not? This one is tough. So we've got these 1/1 strikers. We've got these thorns fellows that can kill strikers if necessary. These 2 fellows are locked in place, which gives us mobility here, here, and here. placing this here kills this striker and prevents the hit on this. So this attacks this, dies, does not trigger this. This hits 1, 2, and then the wolf hits for 3, 5. Got it. It's a totem. Without having met her, this wood carving is meaningless. In time, you will understand its power. Man, spooky fella, huh? Okay, we're picking up a lot of random business here. I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed. Alright, we'll make it to this boss fight, we'll see how we do. I might stop, depending on how this goes. I might want to take a break. This has been like a lot to absorb for all the new cards. The tenacious skink. It moves over when attacked, leaving its tail behind. River otter we've seen before. Alpha. The venerable alpha, its courage emboldens the creatures that stand beside it. A 5-bone alpha. 5 bones. I mean, we've got our mega opossum. So we sort of have a bone sink already, sort of. We've got some other bone cards. Mostly blood cards, though. Five bones feels like a whole lot of bones, doesn't it? The skink tail ability is very defensive. I kind of like it. I want to try it out. It does a lot of early blocking when it's running around the board. The choice is yours. Oh, I forgot stink bug's alive. I'm not going to sacrifice stink bug. I could get rid of Ant Queen, just because it's very expensive. Oh, I should put the pack rat ability on something, I think. That's usually very powerful. I don't like, this beehive thing is pretty interesting, but I don't have anything with more than like 2 or 3 health, so let's do the pack rat ability. Marvelous. Let's upgrade Stoat. Everybody loves Stoat, man. The incessant clank, clank, clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. The Prospector. Okay, so it looks like we don't have any variation in bosses yet. Okay. So it sounds like there's another friend. I remember that killing Pack Mule yields a bunch of card draw. I also remember that when I took out his first candle, he destroyed everything on my board, so that is good. I'm full on items, so playing Stoat doesn't yield me anything right now. I think I'm just happy to kill Coyote with Stoat on the following turn. Given that, should I take Ant Queen? like I want to play Stoat, right? Because 1/3 lines up against the 2/1 after this coming turn. But if I play Stoat, I would get an item, which means I kind of want to use one of these. Either it's Squirrel or the Chomper Pullers. I guess the Chomper Pullers are pretty weak versus the Squirrel. If I were to use the Squirrel this turn, I could play Ant Queen, which would get some damage in on Pack Mule. Kind of seems like the thing to do. Let's try that. We're gonna Squirrel, Ant Queen to drop power in numbers, the Ant's Creed. So we've got a 1/3 Ant Queen here. Actually, this Worker Ant also lines up well against Coyote for the coming turn. And we've got coins enough for Stink Bug when it becomes relevant. Let's let the ants deal with this for now, I think. Actually, I could play the ant here instead of against the coyote, guarantee the kill on Wolf Cub, and keep hacking away at Pack Mule without allowing Wolf Cub to become a full wolf. I think either way I should take a Squirrel this turn. I think I'm playing Stoat or the Worker Ant. I could also play Stoat here instead. Things are ticking away from me right now. I think it makes sense. I want to keep some resources for phase 2 of this fight. So I think I'm just going to throw Worker Ant here for now. This is unfortunate. Okay, given this, let's just put Stoat out. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure, bud. Would have been nice to have found a possum for those sacrifices. Oh, that's right. Okay. I keep forgetting about Overkill. Let's draw from the deck. You get a bunch of cool cards. Okay, so we move to phase 2. Right now, we have some gas, but not a ton of stuff to sacrifice, so let's pick up a Squirrel. Here comes phase 2. The thing is, do I want to kill Wolf now? I could do it with Coyote, and it wouldn't be too worrisome. It would also block up my board. Let's just take the 3 on the next turn like this. So he loses candle 1. There's gold in them cards. He gives me bones. It's my turn. Oh, interesting. It actually forfeits his turn, it looks like. So he didn't get any attack at all. That's great. Given that, let's draw from the deck. Let's get some more information. We've got Worker Ant, a classic. I am looking at my chat now, sorry. Casey, it's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're playing a game called Inscryption. It's a roguelike deck builder with some sort of meta-horror aspects to it. It's been very confusing to go through on the first We're on the second run now. We lost the first run. If you're not familiar with roguelike deck builders, it's basically the roguelike format where you play, and you get stronger, and if you die, you start at your weakest form again. So it's like it's a very cyclic, repetitive sort of gameplay where the fun comes from the randomness injected into each run. That applied to deck builders. So you start out with a very weak set of cards, sort of like a beginner deck, and as you go along, you get better and better cards, and you get to sort of shape the progression of your deck. So we're playing that. We're fighting a boss right now. It's our second playthrough. The first one was very confusing. I made it to the end boss somehow, but we lost. We're absorbing a lot of new mechanics right now. So the only thing we can do is combat the wolf. I think we've got so many bone tokens, let's just use the coyote to take him out. Yeah, we're pretty stocked on sacrificial content. Let's keep pulling from the deck. Skink is cool. We don't have wolf, unfortunately, so we don't have a direct opposition to bloodhound. Oh, I just used an item. That was a very good item. Some of these interfaces like a little clunky. That's okay. We're learning. We're figuring stuff out. I think elk will line up well, but I don't have an extra spot for sacrifice actually. So bloodhound will continue to hit us here. I think given how darn strong this stuff is, I think I should just make progress on taking them out anyway. Something like this. Use a squirrel to play a worker ant, which deals 1 to the hound. Keep drawing from the deck. Also, I'm pretty sure this just guarantees us the win. Caged wolf. Let's let Stink Bug get a kill. Come on. Back in the game. Okay, so we've gotten the win on the Act 1 Prospector again. No problemo. We're getting a little sloppy here. We lost a life just because we weren't counting well early in this act, and I just used an item accidentally. We've got our, look at some rares. The Amalgam. Canine, hooved, reptilian, feathered, insectoid. The Amalgam is all. Oh, interesting. So it's got a better than average stat line to begin with, 3/3 for 2, which lines up well against lots of things. But it sounds like it's also every card type. There are some card synergies, especially totem types in those totem fights. But like I've got ants in my deck, so it sounds like it would count as an ant, that sort of stuff. That's pretty cool. Gek. The uninspiring Gek. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Gek is a 1/1. You know Rogue? Yeah, okay. Just checking, you know, it's always good to make sure everybody knows what they're watching. Gek is a 1/1. I don't think we need more pack rats. We've got the one already. Or its effect, rather, on Stoat. Amalgam seems just like the strongest mid-range creature here. I am tempted by Gek costing nothing, though. 0 mana cards tend to be broken in one way or another. It's sort of like an extra squirrel in an opening hand. The interesting part about the 2-deck system that they implement here is that you have much greater certainty in your choice of draw. So you always get a squirrel when you want a squirrel, and you always get gas when you want gas. Gek actually sort of works against that, interestingly, where sometimes when you want gas, you will draw a squirrel. I mean, it's better than a squirrel. It's got 1 attack, but let's take Amalgam. I think Amalgam just works better in our deck. We've already got some ants. It's a hot mess because we added a bunch of random cards when we were doing those meta events. After the harrowing encounter with the Prospector, you gathered yourself and continued onwards. Oh yes, I know. We're in the swamp now. The air grew thick with moisture. The buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sounds of your footfalls. You beheld the wetlands. Alright, let's take another look through this area, just make sure there's not anything we missed. These are all still empty, I think. The caged wolf still caged. This painting hasn't changed. So it sounds like Stinkbug and Stoat have one other character that will offer meta commentary during games. Rat King. The tragic Rat King. When their tangled bodies become corpses, you will gain 4 bones. Yeah, that's poetry. So we picked up Cockroach early, but then we immediately sacrificed it to give its undying ability to our opossum, which hasn't come too much in handy yet, but which seems like a reasonable thing. Is there another card that would benefit greatly from undying? We could just keep gas with something like, oh man, Undying Stoat, get a new item every time. That would be pretty ridiculous, actually. Also, this skink false tail ability seems perhaps very useful to put on something with an aggressive stat line. So if it were to try and get taken out early, it would just sort of shift to the side and keep attacking open spaces. I think Undying Stoat would be pretty ridiculous. Plus, Stoat's our friend, right? So we don't want to do that. Let's take Cockroach now with the intention of sacrificing it. The Rat King is cool, but these 2 blood units they're aggressive cost-wise, especially in this early game. Items have saved me so many times too. Is there something I would want to upgrade rather than Cockroach? I don't think so. There's a chance that I can only upgrade things once, right? Yes. Okay. I played that wrong. But I'm learning. So it turns out you can only put 1 sacrificial upgrade per card. So I've already sacrifice upgraded Stoat with Packrat's ability. There still must be a Cockroach card that is ridiculous, right? Cockroach and Queen is interesting. Actually, just generic Cockroach Worker Ant is kind of cool, depending on how things go. I think my deck's a little too large right now for grand consistency, but really wish I had that Mantis back, man. That Mantis was doing work. if I make Stink Bug Undying, it also serves as a secondary opossum, sort of. Could be worse. Skink gets very defensive if it becomes Undying. Amalgam's just a bit of an early powerhouse, maybe. Just like a very good wolf. There's no obvious choice. I think Skink or Amalgam. Let's just take Amalgam. I kind of like having some consistent gas. If Amalgam got like a bifurcated strike, that'd probably be better. But you know, you take what you get. I love how when you upgrade cards, they like gain these glowing eyes. Just the polish in this game. I keep saying it, but it's beautiful. It's well done. This is the Kingfisher sets again. So these guys are going to deal consistent damage, and we just want to more or less out-damage them in the meantime. So we've got an item space, as Stoat's a fair play, Skink's a fair play. Let's just get Stoat out there. What is this? Hoggy Bank. To the user, you will immediately gain 4 bones. I love it. Cool. Kingfishers go down. Let's look for something more powerful. Undying Opossum. Okay, so now we've got the opposite of what we had last run, which is sort of like an overwhelming number of weaker cards, which does not feel very good. Yeah, good to see you too, Casey. Have a good day. Let's look for some more gas. So we're slowly heading in the losing direction. Just need to start getting stuff out there dealing damage, I think. Yeah, I think this will be fine. It's not ideal. Okay, I should be able to play it like this. Squirrel, sacrifice to place beehive in the line of the otter. 2 bones lets me drop a possum as a damage dealer in this line. So the advantage here is that I keep getting free bees from the river otter, which feels good. Bee is as good as a squirrel in this case. So I think we just keep drawing from the deck, looking for something with more than 1 attack. Great, Amalgam. Amalgam's very powerful. B. Plenty. And now we just out-damage. He's getting in for 3, we're getting in for 5. Let's actually just block this fellow like this. So we're going to play Caged Wolf here, but because Opossum's Undying, we're going to be allowed to replay him here. This is going really well. I'm getting the hang of the bones a little bit, I think. Although it's still not obvious to me what their value is. Like, I don't know when I should reliably have 2 or 4 bones, is what I'm saying. And queen. We're going to get in for 5. Unless I stop it. I don't think there's a way to stop it, really. I think we just win here. What is this? This looks like remove a card. This is invest a card. I don't think I've seen this before. Unless this is the trader. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a boon spot. The Trial of Power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. Well, don't think I'm getting that one. The Trial of Bones. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 5 bones combined to pass. The Trial of Blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood to pass. How are we doing on bones? 2, 2. Okay, definitely not bones. I don't think it's blood. Man, these are like, if they had been reversed, like less than 4 power, we'd definitely be getting that one. I think the 4 power one, unfortunately, is the only thing we can take. Holy shit, it worked. Whoa. Okay, so this is a, I get to choose one of these. This is Beehive. This is Submerged Adder. Touch of Death. Bees Within. This Rattler's full of bees. I think Submerged Adder seems pretty darn good. Unfortunately, it's an adder, which kind of stinks. Let's try Submerged Adder. Wolf Cub might be better just from an aggressive point of view, but I think this might serve us better in the long run. We're very top heavy, so I think if we start running into like 4-6 stat lines or 3-7 stat lines, we're gonna have a really hard time. You came across some familiar stones, but there was something different. You intuited that the fate of the creature selected for this would not be pleasant. Oh. Snowslake, no thank you. I can just get rid of Rabbit Pelt, actually. I think I might just get rid of Rabbit Pelt. I don't really want another common card in my deck. I don't know, some of these are also kind of bad. Wolf I want, Opossum I want, Bullfrog I don't really want. Let's ditch Bullfrog. Whatever I get from the pelt must be better than Bullfrog, right? You callously slaughtered the Bullfrog, did I? However, the Bone Lord was pleased by my sacrifice. A minor boon of the Bone Lord. You will start each battle with 1 extra bone. Interesting. Okay. So boons are permanent advantages that I can get at certain events, it looks like. You shook off the viscera of the poor Bullfrog and carried onwards. Maybe if I had sacrificed a more powerful card, I would have gotten a more powerful boon. So strange. Why can't I remember his name? I believe I lost some of my memory in the flash. Oh, I wonder if the last friend is, Brick. Okay, so what's going on? We've got defensive stumps, we've got Bullfrog coming out. Okay, Stinkbug lines up well against Bullfrog. But that means I need to play Skink, which is okay. Let's just get aggressive here. Good play. Thanks, man. Oh, Alpha showing up is rough. Cody will destroy Skink. Ant Queen. Given that Skink is going to die to Coyote anyway, I might just want to get Ant Queen out. I think that seems reasonable to me. This is gonna hurt. So we get a kill on Bullfrog here easily. I kind of don't want Ant Queen to keep the Rattler around. We want to kill on the Coyote though, which is probably worth it. Given that information, we should probably do this, which guarantees that Ant Queen dies. But that's okay. Amalgam. Amalgam buffs the ant, but that doesn't matter much. I think we can only end turn here. Man, if I only had some big bone plays, I really am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely want the Amalgam in play. Alright. Will I lose? 1, 2, 3. I will lose unless I kill Rattler. I'll lose even if I kill Rattler. This is rough. I think I need to use these scissors, unfortunately, to take out Alpha. Or I use it to take out Rattler and just kill the Alpha, perhaps? I then take 1. I think that's actually better. I think I lose a life here. Yeah, my deck is not very good. That's okay. Yeah, I also hope for more, dude. I get it. Vogely, I'm guessing that it does not work like that. It would be great if it did. Otherwise I would just play with all the most powerful past versions of myself. 1 mana, 3/2, Undying. I am full of bones. I think I should take more bone cards. Turkey Vulture is 8 bones. That's a lot. Okay. You get what you get. Investiture. I kind of like Investiture because it removes some of these weaker cards from my deck. I don't think I want Skink anymore. This ability I don't feel too strongly about on any particular given thing. Might be good on Wolf as a way to sort of get away. Let's try it on Wolf. We've got our Bone Lord bonus. We've got a bunch of ants coming in. Ringworm. I have no idea what that means. How many insect clans are there? We got bees, we got ants. Hopefully that's not a worm bonus. Rabbit pelt, opossum. This is a rough start. I think we just have to let them come. Whoa. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Maybe I should have played defensively. Adder. Submerged adder, though. Definitely want the ringworm to stick around. It's dealing nothing and blocking a mantis from coming into play. I can also pick up many bones, so I can pretty much play anything I want to play, which is nice. It might be required here. Need to block this, this, this. Which I think works like this. Man, this game is getting very complicated. Squirrel. Pop this. We've got our Undying Opossum. Double sacrifice for Adder, like this. Here. Play a possum again, sacrifice it for worker ant like this, and then play a possum one final time to block there. Okay. Caged wolf. Not gonna do it. Not going to do it. Actually, I can still... No, can I survive? Yeah, I don't think I can. Ripping out your own tooth is really, that's a visceral move there. I don't think it matters. Yep. Okay, that run was significantly worse than the first one, but was also, man, those hands. It was also much less structured, because all those random cards from the meta events got added to my deck, so I don't feel as bad. Am I supposed to get him his camera? Okay, so the camera has the ability to steal souls. We have a memento to create. Behold your death card. Shall we begin to ink it? Please choose a card to draw the cost from. Clearly we want the lowest cost, but it could be one blood or 2 bones. I think the 1 blood is still more relevant. And another this time will use its power and health numbers. Let's take the amalgam, 3/3. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. 1 mana 3/3 flyer seems good. Let's do that. I never did ask you your name. It's always been Brick. Say cheese. Alright. He got me there. Again. I had such high hopes for the last one. Why did I bother trying to teach you? You will learn as we go, or you will die. A gift from the Angler. You see, he was defeated recently and wishes to redeem himself. It would be unfortunate if you were to fail the prospector before he was given that chance. This hook is powerful. You may steal one of my cards with it. For that reason, you will not find any others along the path. Use it wisely. Okay. It seems the lovely stink bug has made its way in. But it is dealt, so it stands. Okay, so these aren't full of cards anymore, which is very nice. Get a couple of teeth from there. I don't have to worry about sort of like overcrowding my deck each time. Squirrel and corpse maggots. I still have no idea what this painting means. This safe remains open. So that's dealt with. So we've got this dagger. We've got this caged wolf. Oh, this is new. Oh. Ram's head. This is unexplained, and this clock is unexplained. So we figured out a few things, but there's still quite a bit to decipher the meaning of. That's been about 3-ish hours of Inscryption, so I think that's probably a good time to call it quits here for now. If you've been watching the whole time, thanks so much for sticking around. I'm really enjoying this game so far. I was a little turned off initially by the simplicity of the cards, but they got really complicated really fast. There's a couple different mechanics. The 2-deck system, drawing from squirrels or from your built deck, is pretty unique. I haven't seen that before, and I like it quite a bit. You can sort of choose between getting your big cards out or picking up new powerful stuff that you've drafted. So you have to sort of balance those. Yeah, the bones and blood system as alternating costs is really interesting. We've only just started using bones, really, so haven't really let that seep in too much yet. But like alternating between sacrificing to get out your blood creatures and then gaining the boon of being able to play your bone creatures afterwards is pretty compelling. There's a lot of synergy there. Yeah, there's still quite a bit left to do in this game, so I think I'll definitely play it a couple more times and see if we can beat the Forest Man. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed Inscryption. I certainly have. Yeah, I'll let people know when I'm going to do this again. Yeah, have a good day or night, depending on where you are. See you later.